The 1 year anniversary show is the least organized show we've ever done. I was midstream in the bathroom just now when I got introduced to the stage. My beer is over here on this table. I'm going to grab it. Give me a second. I thought Ari was going up for a couple more minutes. Thank you. Hi, baby.
Aww.
How's everyone doing? How is everybody tonight?
Our show is kind of cool.
Thank you.
Hey, you watch. I got this.
What? Thank you. They're Felix the Cat footy pajamas. They're the shit. I fucking love this show, and I love that you guys are still paying attention. Because for some reason we thought it'd be a great idea to pour cheap beer in you for 2 hours and then try to entertain you with jokes. But you're all still laughing, and that's fucking awesome. I'm gonna take another drink. Who else is drinking tonight? Thank you. Okay. So I still got it, apparently. And by it, I mean the ability to terrify small children by the way I look. Figured this out yesterday at Disneyland. Because I've got a couple of piercings and I've got some tattoos and stuff. And we were on the tram heading back to the parking garage after a wonderful day. And we're sitting on the tram and it's just my girlfriend and I, and then the rest of the bench is empty. And there's like this family trying to file in. And this kid who's got to be like 3 years old opens the door to get on the tram and locks eyes with me, and he looks like one of the kids from It. Like after the worst scene in that movie, like he's just traumatized, like, no! And the mom freaks out on him because she doesn't get it. She's like, what the hell are you doing? Get on the tram. We're gonna get in trouble, get on the tram. So they get on, and she sits on the end, and he just scoots as close to her as possible. So there's like 3 feet of space between he and I. And she gets really close, and she does that thing that parents do when they try to chastise their kid in public, which is just, you don't do stuff like that. Fucking shit. When you get it's not acceptable. She's like, why wouldn't you get on the tram? And he kind of looks over at me, and then he like pulls her in close, and he whispers in her ear, and I can barely hear what he's saying. But while he's whispering to her, she looks up and looks at me, and she's just like, oh. And then she just pulls him in close, and she's like, it's not that bad, it's just, he's just different. I'm like, what the fuck just happened there? To be fair, when he was getting on, I was like this. But, I mean, that's not that bad, right? No, we went to Disneyland. Who here loves Disneyland? Whenever a comic asks you a question, it's because they need a drink. They just opened Cars Land there. I don't know if you've seen Cars. I don't like the movie at all, but Cars Land is fucking amazing. Like, it's insane how awesome this theme park is. It's the movie, like you go into it and you're pretty much in Radiator Springs, which is the setting of the movie Cars. And the shit they come up with for this is just out of control. They have, like, the whole canyon that you see and the rides, it's all crazy. They've got motorized cars, like giant RC cars of Lightning McQueen and fucking Mater and like a couple other dudes just cruising around. I think they're remote controlled, but they're huge. It's ridiculous. And I just worry about some jilted employee going on a rampage with those things. He's like, I'll teach you to fire me for having a beard. It'll fucking run down the... But it was crazy, and they wrap... You can't even wrap your head around the shit they have going on at Disneyland. Because if you really look at it, there's never not anything going on. Like, there was a point where they had a meeting, and they're like, I noticed that from 3 to 3:45, we've got a bit of a gap here, so we're gonna need another parade to just put right in here around this area. And then this restaurant takes up a little too much space, so let's just fill in half of that, and then the other half will be a Western stage show that happens every 45 minutes for the 9 or 10 people that happen to be walking by. Nothing you've ever fucking seen before that you give a shit about. But we're just gonna hire thousands of actors to do shit nobody else cares about. That's all they do. And the people that create it are called Imagineers. Isn't that fun? It's a word that's made up of two words, imagination and engineer. It's kind of like brunch or staycation. Only Imagineers are way more creative and interesting than people who do brunch or staycations. So good for them. Who here's in their pajamas? That's good. I'm not. No. These are comfy. I like them. It's good shit, right? One thing though, like Corey was saying, and Anton too, ladies, you're not in your pajamas. You're not. You're in your like pajama party pajamas. You've got like 4 or 5 different sets of pajamas, I've noticed. There's the ones that you wear when you're actually at home about to go to bed, and you're either single or you're in a relationship with somebody who's seen you at your worst, so you don't give a shit. And I don't mind those. The girls who like go out in their pajamas bug the shit out of me sometimes. I see them at like Walmart and Bonds. Because they're just like, oh, I just felt like scrubbing it up because they're just here to buy tampons and orange juice. And I'm like, really? In $75 Victoria's Secret sweats? And the matching velour hoodie that was $110? I know. I shopped there. I know the prices. You got bump bits in your hair. You're not getting ready for bed. You spent 45 minutes on your fucking makeup? No. You're not a scrub right now. All that tells us is that you're so high maintenance that it takes you 30 to 45 minutes to look like you didn't do shit in the morning. I don't appreciate that. I've seen girls in like the scrub gear and I love it. I don't give a shit. Just like the chipped toenail polish that you can see because they're wearing Old Navy flip-flops that are worn down to like 1/8 of an inch. And the dry feet because they didn't lotion. They're like, fucking, I'm just going to Walmart. And the sweats that are a darker gray than they were purchased at. And then the matching hoodie that's also like a Russell Athletic from Walmart. That's even darker because they've worn the hoodie way more than the sweats. There's like cigarette burns and stains in it and shit. Their hair is mostly up and whatever they couldn't get unstuck from their greasy face isn't in there. No eye makeup at all, none. No fucking makeup. You can't put on makeup and say you're in your pajamas. It doesn't count. All that. I love it. I see girls dressed like that and I get so wet. It's ridiculous. I just like the idea that I could fuck the shit out of you right now and you would not look any different. I don't have to worry about messing anything up. I'm like, you're so hot and you're in your element and we could go in the fitting room right now. No one would know. Nobody would know. So, is anyone here wearing the Forever Lazies or the pajama jeans? No cheers for that, huh? All right. Good, because that shit's ridiculous. But, okay, someone's wearing a Snuggie? It's a Ninja Turtle Snuggie, though, so it wins on a pass. If it was just a regular Snuggie, you'd look retarded. But it's Ninja Turtle, so it's cool. No, the Forever Lazy, the pajama jeans, that's all like infomercial shit. I actually got all of my pet hair, because I have a dog, and I had to get all of her hair off of these with my shticky earlier today. You're goddamn right. My girlfriend brought it up the other day, because you guys know how I am about religion. You've seen me do stand-up before. I'm not a religious person. I even tried reading the Bible at our hotel in Disneyland. I tried reading it, I've read it before. Obviously, I'm not gonna back this shit up without any evidence, but if you can get through the first page of that book and think any of it's based on a true story, you're out of your fucking mind. But I'm not a religious person, and my girlfriend mentioned that. She's like, you know, for somebody who's pretty much dead set on the idea of an all-powerful God without any evidence or logic or science or like proof, you really are a sucker for a good infomercial. And it's true, because I have the shticky, I've got the pet egg, I've got the ShamWow, I've got the shoes under. I don't have the slap chop yet, but I'm getting it. Vince is my boy, we could hang out. I like that guy.
Just happened.
I don't have the pajama jeans or the Forever Lazy, because I got these, I'm fine, I'm set. But I think religion would probably be better if they came up with a really good infomercial for it. Maybe I'd be sold if they had that. Like if Andrew Sullivan came out, was like, are you tired of your life just not being as good as you planned it would be? Are you tired of not having any Grammys? Are you tired of not being a successful athlete? Are you tired of not winning everything you thought you'd win? Turn to God. Because apparently prayer does these things. Or actually, if they really wanted to sell me, they'd get Billy Mays to do it. Because if you don't know, Billy Mays has been dead for like a year. So it'd be great if he just came out and he's like, I'm Billy Mays! And I'm here in spirit because our Creator chose me to let you know how awesome God is. Be like, pray for hair, pray for weight loss, pray you're not the father, pray it's a boy, pray it's not malignant. If there's anything in this world that you don't feel like you should work hard enough for, you can just pray for it and you might get it. And there's also a guarantee, if you don't get what you prayed for within 30 days, then maybe that's just not God's plan for you, and that's okay. Just tell yourself that. It's not that you're lazy or that you didn't actually do anything to achieve it yourself. It's totally God's fault. There's another plan. Like that's how it would be. They'd have celebrity endorsements. Be like, hey, I'm P. Diddy. I'm Diddy, I'm P. Diddy. And I'm talentless. I'm not even that smart. But my friend was a really good rapper. And then he died. And I prayed that the world would not forget about me like they rightfully should have. And for some reason, I have Grammys and I'm a big producer now. And I was on Celebrity Jeopardy and shit. So obviously prayer works. That's the Diddy dance, that's what he does, right? Like, I'm Kim Kardashian. And I'm famous because I fucked somebody who, he had no right being famous either, really. He's just related to somebody who was famous 10 years ago. But for some reason, he talked me into filming me blowing him and shit on tape. And most people would have completely lost their dignity and vanished into obscurity. But I prayed that this would turn into something it fucking should not have, ever. And now I get to write books and have all these TV shows and millions of followers on Twitter and girls that consider me a role model and I'm a fucking bajillionaire. Totally makes sense. No, it does not. But that's my theory. If infomercials had a religion, or if religion had an infomercial, I'm just as drunk as the rest of you. Sorry. That's my time. Give it up for every fucking member of this crew. Larry Phillips was the host of the first open mic I ever attended in Vegas. He dragged my ass on stage and he made me love Vegas comedy, and that's why I'm doing it today. Anton, Coy, Jeff, Phil, some of my best friends now because of this show. And this fucking audience is the greatest audience anyone could ask for. I love you guys every week. Thank you so much. We are Jokes with Friends. Who's fucking coming up? Who's the next host? Somebody take this microphone away from me before I suck this audience's dick even more. Phil Cutler, everybody. Don't we look alike? Keep it going.